Okay, we are actually live tonight. Hi, everyone. This is Deborah Jones. I'm your Blue Table Talk host. And tonight we're going to honor our Black fathers tonight because one thing about honoring our Black father, we don't do that. We honor our mothers. We have Mother's Day is a big celebration, whatever. But when it comes to Father's Day, we just kind of we give them a little gift, but we kind of shy away from all that. So tonight we're going to honor our Black fathers. But before I get to that, I have to do a little housekeeping. Don't forget, everybody, that if you haven't received your COVID vaccine, you need to go ahead and do that. I heard today that California has opened with no mask, and that's good because now everybody is opening up. But I hope everything is safe while everybody's opening up. Let's keep everybody safe and from everything because we as Black people or any kind of people really, because it's just not a Black disease, it's for everybody. But by you being safe, if you have not been vaccinated, continue to wear your mask. Continue to not shake hands or wash your hands. Don't shake anyone else's hand, and don't spread those germs to one another. But if you have been vaccinated, I know that Texas has opened up a month ago. So, if you want to, that's your choice. Always remember, things that we do is your choice. And so if go ahead and take your mask off. And if you feel as though you want to continue to wear your mask, you can. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and open the show because we have a lot to talk about tonight. And I want you guys to hear these fathers because there are some good fathers. And I sit around and I listen. I'm an observer and I listen and I look at things and so we have one more father that's coming on tonight, AJ. So you know how that is. So anyway, I'm having them to introduce themselves and tell us how many children they have. So we're going to start with you, Tyrone, since you're up top.
All right. Well, am I muted? All right,
Yeah,
sounds like I'm good.
yeah, you
Yeah.
got
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. I'm glad to be on the Blue Table Talk,
it.
and I'm a fan of the show. And I was watching the '60s and singles and the Lupus show. Like I said, I spoke with you before the show started. My mom and my mother-in-law has lupus, so love the content you're putting out. But yeah, my name is Teron from Beaumont, born and raised in the prestigious, historic neighborhood of the Power Orchard,
Oh,
and yeah, yeah, and married man. I have two beautiful daughters, and you guys may get a chance to see them a little later, but they are 11 and 10 years old.
okay. Edward?
My name is Edward Red. Born and raised in a little bit of everywhere. Uh, born in Houston, raised in Beaumont. Miss Jones is my auntie. Um, Four kids at the present time. Four kids. One's 25. One's 20. I'm sorry, I lied about the age already. My oldest. 20 is my second to the oldest. Then I got a 14, 13, getting ready to be 14, and I have a 9-year-old. So it's good to be on the show. Good to represent Miss Jones, and let's get this party started.
All right. Isaac?
Yep, I'm Isaac. I'm from. I don't know if he called the Pear Orchard prestigious, man. I don't know what to call Magnolia. Uh, I'm from here in Beaumont, born and raised. I have four children. I have three beautiful daughters and one son. I hope I get the ages right. Is 18, 14, 13, and 11. So, um, man, love them. They keep me busy, man. So excited to be on the show again here with you, Miss Deborah. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I know that's right. So we're going to talk about Father's Day, and we're celebrating Father's Day that honors and celebrate fathers, parenthood, and the general influence of fathers in our society. Fathers are just as important as mothers, and we know that. Children turn to their father for the physical, spiritual, social, and financial well-being. Daughters have special bond with fathers, and to them, their dad is an ideal man, and they dream of marrying someone just like him. Fathers whose role back in history was to fight, hunt, and gather is seen as a guardian and protector of the family. This is exactly what the purpose of Father's Day is. It is the opportunity of children of all ages to thank fathers for their unconditional love, support, affection, and the fact that they worked hard to provide for them everything that they need. Not exactly what they want, but everything that they need. And that's what fathers do. Father Day is a celebration that honors dad and their role in children's lives. It is a perfect opportunity to show your dad how much he means to the entire family. Fathers are very important. Like I was telling them earlier, we celebrate Mother's Day and we celebrate it to the high. Dads go out, boyfriend or whatever, however it is, they go out and they splurge on Mother's Day. But when it comes to Father's Day, we just, okay, let me get him a tie, let me get him, some cologne or whatever. But fathers are just as important to us and to the world as mothers are, because they're the one. If the mother would say something to that child and the daddy come right behind them and say the same thing, it's that authoritative voice that makes them move faster than it is when the mom is. So let's get into the podcast, and let me ask you some questions. What do you enjoy most about being a dad, and what do you like least about being a dad? First, what's important about being a dad? Anybody first?
I take it. So the most important thing about being a dad is being always in their corner and always able to coach, train, and develop them to be part of this society. I mean, it used to be a little bit easier back then, but now it's a little bit harder now with everything that's been transparent with all this COVID and disease and infidelities and everything else. So, being that role model, that they don't have to look at TV to provide a role model, is probably the joy of being a father. But the least part that I, don't like about being a father is not being there when they need me, or not being there in time, just in case I might be at work or around the corner or something like that. So, my begging call, their begging call is my honor for me to be a father for them. So not being there at the drop of a dime is probably the least important thing about being a father, because being a father is easy as long as you take care of your responsibilities. And they know that you're handling the responsibilities at the best way that you can. I think that's probably the least thing about it that I hate about it.
Anybody else want to add anything?
Oh yeah, and the money part too, man. Hey, I got a daughter that was in dance, man, and she about broke my pockets. Now she's in college. She's still breaking my pockets. So nah, but
They do.
yeah. But still, like Mr. Red was saying there, man, that I worked all the jobs I had. Most of the time I travel a lot. So it's a lot that I missed early in the age, man. And we know why we do it, but I don't think sometimes the children understand that part. So I think that's the hardest part is, they won't understand it till they're older. Why dad wasn't there all the time, why dad missed his game. Hey, dad was working. Like you said, the hunter gatherer, we were out there, making sure that everything was taken care of in a different manner than what the mom was doing.
Yeah. Tyrone, you want to say anything?
Oh no, I mean I agree with what these two brothers have already said, man. I mean, it's a great privilege being a dad. I think one of the best parts is sometimes when we do come home. I think that was something that never gets old. Just Ike has warned me that when they become teenagers, that may change, but they still excited to see me right now. When I come home, they're excited about seeing me. That's just one of the best feelings. I just can't imagine ever getting used to that. So that's one of the best feelings. It's just, I guess, my daughter, I have one that's in the seventh grade. And so, uh, trying to, of course, being a parent, so there's certain rules and things that just we set in place. But I guess the tough thing is just trying to help her navigate. So it's just doing some of the things for her, help her navigate some of these times. I can only imagine, Mr. Red and I can probably speak to this because their kids are in college and some other things older. I guess as I get older, I'm gonna have to even be not hands off, but letting them make their own decisions a
Right.
little bit more.
That's the hard part of it. That's the hard part of it.
It's kind of tough for me anyway. And like I said, I'm just in middle school, so I'm sure they may have some more stories for me.
So in what ways are you like your own dad? And in what ways are you different? Think about that.
I hate to say it because I hated it so much when I was growing up, man. But I got the same discipline and work manner as my dad. Like if stuff's not in place or whatever, my dad was a Marine, so
Oh
stuff.
Lord.
Yeah, yeah. So we had to have hospital corners on our bed before we walked out the house in the morning. We were really he had us lined up. So I swore up and down. I told myself that lie growing up. Like, I don't want to be like you when I grow up. I don't want to do that same thing. And now I'm doing the same thing he
You do
was
the
doing.
same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I think, yeah, the manners, like yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am. My dad was military too, so that was one thing people used to actually, as a kid, like, is your dad in the military? Just because I was responsible. So I want to pass it on to my kids because I feel like that'll take them a long way. And then also my dad was the one, and I kind of found myself in this position. He would let my mom would kind of get on me, seem like she would be very meticulous and even overbearing, kind of very watching over. And then my dad would be the one that would just kind of let it go, let it go. And then when he did get on me, it was about, then he brought it all out. And then you didn't take the trash out the other day. Then you didn't do this. Then you didn't do that. And I'm like, oh man, you're killing me, Peter. So I found myself doing that with the girls too. I'm a little bit more laid back, but then when I get on them about one thing, I just go ahead and take the opportunity to tell them about the rest of the stuff.
You look a little laid back, Tyrone. You like you an easy man. Is it everyone, your grandfather, anybody in your family, or your dad?
Hard work. He just taught us how to be a man and how to actually take care of people. Um, Stop being a crutch for folks and make sure that they, whatever you bring home to the table is actually provided to the house, and make sure that your family is taken care of. So a lot of that I got instilled from my aunties. I just can't just put everything on just a single father or fathers. I can actually put that on a village of folks that actually molded me to be a man, not just based on one particular person. So I learned that from everybody, man. You go to work, you work hard. It's going to eventually pay off, especially when your kids respect what you do. So what I've learned over the last over the last years of my life, this honesty, respect, and gratitude.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that today's father is harder, easier, or just different? Is the work is it harder, or is it easier, or is it just different?
Depends on how you was raised. You still got to protect your kids from the environment at times. But like I said, the fruit don't fall too far from the tree. So if you raised in the army setting, like a man was talking about, his dad was Marine and had to make sure everything was yes sir. And you instill that in your kids too. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but it's not really hard, especially if your kids listen to you and understand what path you're trying to lead them on. Now, if they start steering off, then we go back into the old ways of, hey, I can get you back on the right path.
Yeah.
So, it's just life. You gotta be a change agent. And what I mean by that is you have to adjust. And no matter if you was in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, or the 2000s, you have to adjust in these days, time, in society, just to make sure that you stay on top of your game, so they won't steer off and forget their home bringing.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say too, and T could probably testify the same thing that I think like being raised, I was raised in the 80s and 90s, man, and that was a time where fathers were missing. A lot of fathers were missing out the house. I mean, so many songs and a lot of bad rap was going on fathers then. And I think like my generation, like there's still some bad fathers out there, but I think a lot of men in my generation, like we go the extra mile not to become that bad father.
All right.
We take them extra steps. You see, I mean, and still a lot of, you still see some stuff on social media, but you do see a lot of fathers taking that extra step with their kids, spending more time, especially the girl dads, man. You see fathers doing all kinds of stuff just to make sure that they're in their child's life. So I think it's a little bit different than, I mean, generational is a little bit different than what fathers used to do, and everyone was okay with that. Because and like I always say, you know, hey, I thought when I first became a father that, hey, as long as I took care of the bills and took care of the house, I'm good. You know, I don't have to do anything else. But as time goes on, I'm learning from my kids and from my
Right.
wife that you have to do those extra things in their life. So
Right.
I think that's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think again agree with everything that these brothers said, and I think a lot of our perspective, and they can maybe piggyback off this. I think we take that it's such an honor and a privilege to be dads, and we take that challenge and we really embrace it. So I don't even know if we look at it as like one of the gentlemen said earlier, we're hunters, we're pursuers. You know, men typically like challenges. So a lot of my friends and the peers, and a lot of guys in our demographic, like Ike said, I think because we saw, or maybe some of us had the privilege of having men, and some of us didn't, or we saw poor examples. So then we, you know, I know guys who literally said how they were going to be fathers and husbands were just doing the exact opposite of what their dad did. And
Right.
so a lot of us we embrace the challenge. We see it as a privilege of being dads, and so we really kind of lean into those roles. And that looks different, you know. Like you said, it looks different from our parents a little bit. Even some of the environments that we try to raise our kids in, or we try to remove our kids from certain environments that we've had to experience. So that's what I would probably say about that. This challenge, yeah.
I know that that you guys are great dads. I mean, your children, they look up to you guys, and they want these answers, and in order to get an answer that they want, and they don't necessarily want to talk to their mom about it, they'll come to their dad and ask them about it. Dad might say, go to your mom and ask your mom. I know that's how I was when I was growing up. It was, Mama, can I do this? Or Mama, I need to talk to you seriously about something. Go talk to your dad. Your dad said, go talk to your mama. So when it's a mama thing, you got to talk to your mom. But when it's a dad thing, your dad's got to be. And I know you guys are great. I listen to you guys, the way y'all talk and everything. And I know that you taking all that to the table and talk to your children about it. So what do you want your children to remember about you? I
That's a
know,
good one.
I know. Yeah, I mean, they're not
That's
too
a good
young. Yeah.
No, that's a good one. First of all, too, Miss Johnson, I've been finding myself lately here when I tell the girls, it's really a passive aggressive. When I tell the girls go talk to their mom, I was like, go ask your mom about that. That's really me saying no. I just
Right.
want their mama to tell them, and I'm pretty sure I know what their mama was. I already know what my wife's gonna say. I'm like, well, go check with your mama. Go read about your mama. It's usually that's my passive aggressive. But I want my kids to remember me. For one, as somebody who loved God, who talked to them about Jesus. And I want them to see, I want them to remember that the same person that who they saw me interacting with outside of our walls was the
Mm-hmm.
same person who I was when the doors were closed and nobody was looking. And I just want them to remember me as a person who was there for them. Not necessarily always got it right or always had all the answers, but Dad was there. That's what I hope that they will remember.
Isaac.
I was hoping Mr. Red to speak in there first. That's a good question. I would just want them to know that, no matter what, because I got two teen girls now, so I'm the dumbest person in the house right now. So
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
yeah, she's right there. She's coming up too, thinking the same thing. But I would want them to know that you know whatever it is that we might have disagreed on or we agreed on, or things that they felt I was too tough on them about or whatever, that it wasn't out of spite or out of hate or anything. It was out of love, because I want them to be better. And like I always tell them, I know your potential. You don't know your potential yet, but I know your potential, and you're a lot better than what you're doing. So I want to push you, without over pushing you, but I want to push you hard enough where you're going to get it and understand it. So just like T said, just let them know that, hey, I was there in their lives. Everything was authentic. I loved them, and whatever they go through in life, with or without me, that I'm there for them, and I've got their back.
Yeah. Ed- Edward?
You there?
Yeah.
Same with what my brother was saying, man. All of them. It's just a legacy. What legacy are you going to leave with your kids? Just to make sure that they take care of each other. We had this conversation yesterday about what happens if I'm not here no more. And it got kind of, quiet and sentimental, and, a few tears and shed and a little bit here and there. I said, what happens if, since I'm widowed now and I lost my wife a couple of years ago, but what happens if your only parent that you got left leaves? What are you going to do? And the first thing they say is, we're going to do everything you taught us to do. I got 3 girls that I'm raising by myself. And my son is in Houston, so he's 28, so he's doing his own thing. But my main concern right now is to raise the queens. So the first thing they say is, we're gonna do everything you taught us to do. You taught us how to be queens. So you're gonna keep each other up. We're gonna lift each other up. We're not gonna knock each other's crown off off their heads. And if we do accidentally bump a crown off their head, we're gonna help them pick it back up and put it back on their head so they can keep marching. So that's the whole thing you got to do is make sure your kids understand, hey, daddy was there for them. Daddy was always going to be around. Daddy was always the bell getter. The go getter, and they're always going to be there to protect them. But there's going to be a time when you can't, especially when you're not here. So the main thing is to teach them the right way so they know exactly what to do when you're not here. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Awesome. You guys know that you are your girls. I'm talking about your girls now. You are your girls' first date, right? I know that, right? The first man, their first date is supposed to be with their dad. You take them out. You show them how a man is supposed to treat them. So y'all the first one. So that's what you're supposed to do as a father. Just in case y'all didn't know. But I know y'all know that. Okay, so how did? Huh? Did I miss something?
No, I was just gonna say I don't know if the age on Mr. Edwards' daughter's there, but I'm there for right now. I'm their first date, and they're not allowed to date until they get married again, Miss Jones. So until they get married, so
That's why you the
uh,
first one. That's why that's why you're the first one. You take them out to dinner, and you let them know this is how a man is supposed to treat you. You open the door, you do, and I've told my children, I told my nieces, I told my nephews, what you're supposed to do when you go out on a date. This is what you're supposed to do. And I don't know if they carried it out, but we told them. I'm not by myself, so we told them. So, they just carried out. And like I said, you guys are great fathers. And, I don't have to sit here and just lie about what you have, because I listen. I am a very observer. I observe everything that goes on. So if y'all think I'm not paying attention, I'm paying attention. I'm just checking it out and see. Okay, so how did becoming a dad change your whole life? They did.
Slowed me down. I tell you,
Yeah.
from clubbing to riding down the street, just going out and acting wild, man. It halts you, man. But it halts you for a good reason, man. Because now you're responsible for folks, because I was a father at 24, 25, and at that age of being out there in the streets a little bit, man, you see everything, do everything, want to try everything, and then when you get that little bundle of joy in your life, the first one, man, it kind of make you slow down a little bit, put you in perspective of, okay, God, I see what you got for me now. It's a reason why I was chose to have, or blessed to have, this little one. And then when you start getting some more added to your life, to your family, then it really slows you down. Because you try to do it after your first one, like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna stay at home for a little bit. And then you still go out and do a little bit, and then all of a sudden he come the second one, he come the third one. Then before you know it, man, you in the recliner. So the minute you come home, they got things going on in life. You trying to be there for them. You trying to be at their sports events and recital teams and everything else. Before you know it, man, you just like, hey, I'm like Kobe said, I'm a girl dad now, man. So it slows you down 100%.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, same thing, man. I became a dad at I got married at 19 and became
Wow.
a dad 9 months later. So I would like to say that everything snapped in like at birth, but it actually took me a while to kind of get in the groove. And my wife, she assisted me very firmly on getting me to that, getting
Yeah.
me there and understanding that, oh no, man, you got responsibilities, you can't do all the
Yeah.
stuff that norm, other guys, like I was in the military, so you couldn't do all the other stuff everybody else was doing. You
Right.
had responsibilities, you had to help out and do your part. So it was a maturing thing for me, just with our first daughter and just getting there. So it changed my whole life, and now it's easy. Uh, I'm just getting in. The kids are getting older, so I'm just getting back into my hobbies and doing stuff that I like to do on the side. But you have to make them sacrifices. We
Mm.
gave up the sacrifices, things like say going out or hanging out with the guys or whatever. A lot of stuff you got to make them sacrifices to spend time with your kids. You
Right.
know, sit down and watch Disney instead of watching the Cowboys. Work their magic out there, man. We had to do the sacrifices.
Because trust me, they're watching. They're watching you. They got their eyes.
Miss Jones, I just like to say that kids are probably saving Isaac's life, man. They're saving him a lot of emotional trauma having to watch the Cowboys, making him watch Disney. It's probably much better, adding years to your life. Like you don't even know it, man. But I would say the same thing. I was so eager. I really looked forward. I mean, like being a dad was getting married and being a dad was a goal, just like graduating from college. It was oh, I got another call.
Hey, you outnumbered,
Oh
Chief. You
man.
outnumbered
Got
this
his
time.
Oh.
car.
Oh, look at you! He's showing that cowboy football.
Listen, man. Listen. If I don't add anything else to this conversation, man, listen. Y'all watch on Sunday evenings this upcoming year, man. Spend as much time with y'all daughters as possible, man. Do not put yourselves through that this year, messing with Jerry Jones and the boys, man. Please. I'm excited about that, but don't do it to yourself, fellas.
Cowboy, cowboy for life.
Oh, Miss Jones, you a Cowboys fan too, Miss
Cowboy
Jones?
for life, man.
Oh gosh, man. Oh, I
Hey,
guess we the boys
we
then.
the
Maybe we
boys.
the boys.
We the boys.
uh,
I'm
no, but
sorry.
no, we all. I mean, anytime I get a chance to mess with Cowboy fans, but I'm a Texas fan too, so y'all keep me lifted too. Y'all keep me lifted. We going through some things. But no, I was so excited about being a dad. Man, it was a goal of mine. And but it made me realize like how much as much as I desired it because I wanted like 6 kids, Miss Jones. I remember sharing that with she was my girlfriend at the time with my wife. I remember telling her, like, no, I want a big family. I grew up with a bunch of cousins and stuff, and she firmly as I kind of said, she firmly let me know that was not the number that was not gonna work. But my first kid, man, I was so excited, but it also made me realize I was really excited and I had looked forward to something, but like holding her. First of all, just the natural process. My mom was actually there at the hospital, so it immediately made me appreciate my mom more. Just seeing that process, I'm like, this is what you went through to get me here. So appreciation for my mom, but also um, when I was holding that little baby, it just kind of hit you. Something so fragile, something so, and it's so for to an extent solely dependent on you being responsible for it. So it kind of hit me very quick that, and I was afraid. So, although I dreamed about this and was excited about this, I was afraid. That's honestly was one of the first emotions. I was excited, but man, I was afraid because it just hit you like me being responsible, me taking care of business. I brung this kid. This kid didn't actually be here. We brung this kid here, and I'm responsible for it. So I remember that was one of the emotions. I had a bunch of different emotions, excited, all that stuff, and so it just kind of it made me appreciate life more, and I kind of just take serious just my role and making sure I was gonna be there for her mother, my wife at the time, and her. So it was just a bunch of mixed emotions happened when they got here. So yeah.
Yeah, Miss Deborah, I was gonna say that's the thing there too, that I think like all of us, I'm sure we all put that on our shoulders. Like if I fail at life or if I fail at whatever it is, I'm not just failing myself. I'm responsible for my kids. So I got to keep on working. I got to keep on pushing. Not for me to be whatever. It's for the kids. So that's
Right.
good too.
Right. Yeah, that was good. Let me ask you a question. Do you guys take your children on vacations? Anywhere?
Oh yeah, yeah. We hadn't done it. You know, you almost forget about it. Seems like we've been under COVID for so long.
No.
But yeah. We're still in the stage. Me and my wife, man, we rarely we get the dates and stuff like that, but we hadn't. Everything is a family trip, and
Yeah.
we enjoy it. We enjoy it. Our favorite one. The kids still are asking me about it now. We just went to Rockport, rented out a house on
Oh,
the
yeah.
beach or whatever, and I
That's
told them no cell phones, no nothing, and we just spent time together.
awesome.
Yeah. We played games, we fished, we hung out, and then at night we watched movies together. But that's the only time we were allowed to do any electronics, man. And the kids loved it. It's their favorite vacation, and I spent like $4,000 on Disney World one year. But this, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
But
in the
I
house, that
real quick,
was
real quick, Ike, on that trip too, because I remember you went on that trip. You talk about a father and a protector. He I didn't even know this device existed, but y'all rented out like a Airbnb or something similar to that, like a house, a
yeah.
beach house or something. But Ike told us fathers about this because we're in this guys group together about this thing where you can scan the rooms or the house to make sure there's no cameras and recording device. I was like, that exists, Ike? So
Really?
yeah, I just as a protective father, he was worried about that. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
that was the trip, right?
yeah, that's that trip, man. We had all kind of extra protection on us because it was our first time doing like the Airbnb thing there. So we wanted to make sure same thing. You know, you got little girls and they got
Right.
creepy people out there. So you wanna
Right.
make sure you protect them.
I just heard about that Airbnb about 3 weeks ago. I'm like, what? What y'all talking about? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else want to say anything? I'll go to the next one.
Well, too. I'll say something. And I too. Your kids grew up too. Really, yeah. You grew up in Japan, Utah, Oklahoma. Y'all kind of like grown up, raised them all over the country, pretty much too, huh?
Yeah. I was military. So our first one we had while I was stationed in Japan. The second one while we were stationed in Utah. Then the other one in Temple, Texas, and then we had one here in Beaumont.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're having them every time we move. So I told my wife we got to quit moving or having babies. One of them, we got to stop one of them.
Okay, so before I don't want to run out of time, so I need you guys to get your pencil and paper out because we're gonna play a little game, and it's called Memories. And so you can do it. You can either do it on your phone. All you gotta do is just we're gonna fill in the blanks. Okay, and so it's quick. You have like 14 blanks to fill in. So we're gonna do it real quick. I'm gonna read the sentence, and I'm gonna tell you if it's gonna be a verb, adverb, adjective. Okay, so those are three. So a verb is an action word, a noun also. A noun is person, place, or thing, and the adjective describes the noun, and the adverb describes the verb. Okay, so we good so far. Am I talking real fast? I talk fast. So let's go ahead with it. We can talk about memories. Okay, we're talking about memories of your dad or your granddad or whatever male figure that was in your life. All right, I'm not hearing y'all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Let's go.
I think we're good. Yes, ma'am.
All right. The strongest memories you have of your father are of when you used to. I need a verb together. Just write it down, and then I'm come back to it. You good? I need a special occasion. Like Christmas, whatever holiday it is. Every special occasion. Write that word down. He would sit me down in front of I need a noun. Person, place, or thing. What happened to Edward? Okay, so Give me I need a type of food or drink. Point to I need a noun. And say, one day, all these, I need a plural noun, will be yours. That's what your dad said, or your male figure saying. At the time, I thought he was just, I need an adjective. But now I look back on those days, I need an adverb. I even have a picture of him, a verb. The noun, I need a noun, on such occasion. If I recall correctly, I need a person.
You need a person.
Yeah, somebody's name. Give me some name. A name. If I recall correctly, the person snapped the photo. What I wouldn't give to return to those days and verb. I need a verb. I need a noun. With him once more. At least we'll always have those, I need an adjective, memories. Okay, you guys ready? We're going back over it.
I'm gonna let the other guys go first. Also,
I got the same word all the way down, man.
All kinds
You gotta have a verb on now.
of
Okay, so I know y'all got different ideas, so you just throw the word out, okay?
Just read the first sentence, and then we'll just fill in the blanks, man.
Right. First
let's try that.
the strongest memories I have of my father are of when we used to blank together.
A fish.
Okay.
Talk.
Huh?
Yeah. I think I said fish.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
For me, just riding
Hey,
Pleasure
one
Island.
word, Tyrone.
Oh, riding. Car ride.
Ride, okay. Ride together, fish together, and what you said, Edward? Talk together. Every special occasion.
Christmas.
Christmas
Eve.
Christmas Eve. Edward?
Thanksgiving.
Every Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and Christmas, he would sit me down in front of give me a noun, person, place, or thing.
TV.
TV.
Yeah, TV.
A gift.
Huh?
I said TV. I think I said gift.
Gift. In front of the gift?
Yeah, for Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Okay. What you said? I
said TV too. I said TV. Yeah, so.
TV gift in front of the TV and give me a food or drink.
No, I put hamburger.
Hamburger.
A root beer.
A what? A root beer.
A root beer.
Edward?
Take the root off.
A
A beer.
He would give me a root beer, a beer, and a hamburger. Point to give me a noun.
Say it again. I can hear.
Point to the TV again.
Yeah.
TV.
TV.
The gift.
TV. I say, one day, all of these, give me a plural now.
Texan, so sorry.
Huh?
Texan, so sorry.
Person, place, or thing. Plural
now.
I put things. I just put things. I couldn't think of anything. Things.
Okay, all of these hamburgers. All of these what?
I don't know. Gifts. All of these gifts.
All these gifts will be yours. At that time, I thought he was just, Give me an answer. Joking.
Joking.
Yeah, I put crazy.
Crazy.
Same, joking.
Joking. But now I think back up. But now I look back on those days. Ever. Seriously.
I put closely.
Closely. Ever. And then with LY.
Wondering.
Wondering. ING. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with wondering.
Wondering. I even have a picture of him. What? Verb.
Praying.
Praying.
Pointing.
Pointing.
Yeah, pointing.
Pointing.
Thinking.
Thinking. I even have a picture of him pointing, thinking, praying. The noun.
The gift, I guess. Keep alternating my stuff.
Keep that gift going. Keep the gift on such occasion. If I recall correctly, I need a person.
I put Christine. That's my sister.
Christine. If I recall correctly, Christine.
My mother.
My mother.
Adrian.
Adrian snapped the photo. What I wouldn't give to return to those days and verb.
I put Phil.
Phil.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with rejoice.
Rejoice.
I'm gonna say rejoice.
Rejoice. Everybody rejoicing. Everybody. Okay. Okay. Rejoice. Give me a noun. The building.
Church.
Church.
The house.
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 House. Every night, I want to give him to return to those days and rejoice the house, the building, the church with him once more. At least we'll always have those. Give me an adjective.
Memories.
Okay. Yeah, we'll remember the last word. Give me an adjective first. We have those. What kind of memories?
Good. Great. Yeah, I was just about to say great. I was about to say great.
Great. Okay. They say I look funny. What else?
Advantageous.
Huh?
Advantageous.
Oh, that's a good one.
What you say?
Advantageous.
Advantageous memories. Did you say something wrong?
He said.
Oh, I was gonna say advantageous, but I would let him have it. I was gonna say advantageous.
You gotta excuse me, brother. You see your old man Panther, man. That's what they do. They cheat off the
Okay, I have two more questions before I bring something to you. That was great. That was great, y'all. That was great. That made me crack up. Yeah, that was great. Okay, so has anything ever happened in a family? Oh, this is a good one. Has anything ever happened at a family wedding that you'll never forget?
Yeah,
I got that for my face funeral. Go ahead.
One that you know of, so never walk in thinking you that you missed a big time, and then you walking in with a wedding cake, and then somebody tap you on the shoulder and say, hey Ed, hey Poo-Poo, how you doing? And you drop the whole wedding cake on the floor.
No, you drop them sandwiches.
Whatever you put in your mouth is on the floor now.
At my wedding, he was carrying the sandwiches for my wedding, and he dropped all the sandwiches on the ground. And everybody said, pick them up real fast, pick them up real fast. And
it's my second rule.
Okay, anybody else?
Say the question again, Miss Young.
Has anything ever happened at a family wedding that you'll never forget?
Well, at my wedding, my wife left. Her family was coming from Austin area. We were in Huntsville at the time, and they got caught in a wreck. So it was just a lot going on that day. And then she decided to leave 10 minutes before the wedding was supposed to start to go to like take whatever, freshen up, take a shower like 10 minutes before it's supposed to start. People seen her leaving the building, so some of our family came back. They thought she had tried to leave me at the altar. They thought she was leaving me at the altar. Like, no, she just go home take a bath. I think. Let me call. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of weddings, I don't remember a lot of them, man. I don't even know how I got home on a lot of them. I would say,
How many times?
I
It's
would.
a family.
Not man. We've always had good times. I think just I don't know. I guess I can't top these guys' stories. I'm trying to figure out something to top them, but I can't top it, man. It's just one wedding, man. We had everybody, the pastor and everybody was was taking a little sip on everything from the babies to the parents. I just leave it at that, and we move on. It wasn't cheap, but it was a so. It made me an interesting night there.
Shirley Blanc said, "Don't do it, Edward." I thought he was going to talk about how he had to pick you up and hold you down at his sister's wedding.
Nope. I don't do it.
She said he wasn't going to do it. Kathy Wingate wanted to say, "It is important that our children have their fathers in their life. Fathers need to set these standards high for their daughters, and for your sons as well. I think if we had all fathers standing in their children's life, our prison system would not be so crowded with African American children." It's so sad. It's so sad. Um, I came in when the parents don't stay together for whatever reason, they forget about their children. You three gentlemen have really made your children so proud of you. It's a blessing to hear.
You gotta learn. You gotta know how to get along, man. You just can't always go at each other's throat. And that's what gives everything away is that when you go on each other's throat like that, man, you're taking away from that child to be responsible in life. So learn to get along with each other, man, and life will change for you.
Yeah, right. Okay, one more question. When you were a teenager, which family member did you go to for advice? And looking back, was it good advice?
Yeah.
Me growing up, you go ahead, go T.
Are you good? I
Nah, I grew up. We come from a large family, so it was. I have four brothers and one sister, and I was second from the last. So I leaned on all of my older brothers. One particular brother, man, he made he made a lot of bad steps in life, but he put that in my mind and let me know that hey, don't take the steps I took. You know what I mean? Don't do what I did. Do better than me. So I leaned heavy on my brothers growing up and getting advice.
Right, right. Anybody else?
for me, man, my uncle Tough, Anthony Guillory, was just such a key figure, even a father figure, and still to this day, I'll probably give my uncle a call about different things. But yeah, my uncle Tough.
Yeah. Edward?
Well, I'm the oldest, so growing up with being the oldest, you know, big boy. So a lot of my going to advice was just aunts and uncles. Appreciate the aunts and uncles that actually shared their experiences in life, and how to maneuver through it. So that's about it.
Okay. One thing, get your children for me, please.
I won't be able to grab mine, Miss Deborah, man. That's the one thing I hadn't got good at is doing hair, and my
Girl,
girl hair
listen, like
all over the place. I can't put them on.
girl, hold on, let me mute.
I know Edward said that his children went home, so um, I'm just getting the children because I have something special for you guys tonight because you guys have really oh you guys have really been great tonight, and so I've got something special. I had to go back in just now and get that person because they couldn't get in, and I'm trying to get her in now. So I don't know what the thing is.
I'm the only kid in the house tonight, so I'm good for a minute.
Oh, here they she. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Tyrone to get back. She's in now. I have a special thing because you guys are all heroes, and I know that your children really believe that. And for that being with that being said, I have someone special on here to talk to you guys. You upside down. Why are you upside down?
I don't know.
Can you straighten it out?
I don't know. I'm not tech savvy.
Well, you upside down.
Is that Miss Arlene Varner?
Yeah, that's Darlene Bonner. That
Yes,
Let me
Miss
see.
Arlene was. I had her at Greater Good Hope. She was. I think my teacher at Greater Good Hope. Is that right, Miss Arlene?
she's
Hey, that's Tyrone.
my twin sister.
Hey,
Hey. I don't know why I'm upside. Is that better?
It's better.
there you
It's
go.
better.
Okay.
Go ahead, Darlene.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Oh, doing good,
Hey,
doing
how
good.
you doing?
Good, good. Happy pre-Father's Day to you all. Good seeing you all, and I know that your children love you so much. And if they could right now, they would probably sing a song to you that would go a little bit like this. There's a hero inside of your heart. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, knowing you can survive when you feel all hope is gone. Look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. It's a long road
Yeah, girl.
when you face the world alone. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you felt will disappear. Oh, and then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, knowing you can survive when you feel all hope is gone. Look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. Lord knows dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone tear them away. Hold on. There will be tomorrow. In time, you'll find a way, and then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, knowing you can survive when you feel all hope is gone. Look inside you and be strong. Then you finally see the truth that a hero lies, that a hero lies, that a hero lies in you.
Great,
You're all
great.
heroes.
You all are heroes. Great dad. I appreciate you guys. But before we get off here tonight, thank you, Darlene. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I called Darlene last night. I think it was last night.
Yes.
And so, but God bless you, because you know you all the heroes of your children. Tyrone, your two beautiful girls. I know they know that you are the hero to them. And Isaac, your beautiful children. Three girls and a son.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
ma'am.
know they can tell you right now, Dad, you are a hero. And Edward, you're raising those three girls by yourself. And I know that you are the hero to them. I know that for a fact. So before we get off the air, I have a gift for one dad. I wish I give it to all dads, but it's a $25 gift certificate. Well, really not a gift certificate, it's gonna be a gift because I have to put in your cash out. I'm gonna shake it up. And give me a drum roll. Okay, let's see. I have Albert's name in here, so if his name come up, I'm gonna have to choose another name. And it's Isaac Mouton.
Yeah.
You got this.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'll send you your $25 gift. And I want to thank all fathers. God bless all fathers, because Sunday is Father's Day. And like I said, we don't appreciate you guys enough, because you are the key to the family. So happy Father's Day to all dads, granddads, uncles, friends, and anyone that plays a role.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day to you on Sunday. So let's support these dads. Let's support them to the house, because these are our black dads, and you guys mean a lot to us. You know. So my motto is always, if I can help somebody as I pass along this way, then I know that my living is not in vain. God bless you guys, and God keep this my
God
prayer.
bless you all. Happy pre-Father's Day to you all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Miss